What mechanics are you talking about?
So I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but when your creature dies over an ocean tile, uh, you know that it dies at the end of the turn. Um, but we were wondering if there was a way to get it back onto a land without using a movement trick, or if we had to use a movement trick, or there's a whole bunch of things. So, wait, what do you have in your hand? Let's see. Okay, so, oops. Okay, there we go. Just play, yeah, play like Battletoads and then play Balloonfish, and then bring your Balloonfish over a well, or like over an ocean tile, and I want to see if I Frogify it, what happens. Yeah, it should be good. Oh, I got one too. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to be able to move it and it lives as long as it's on land.
Right. Yeah, but like I thought that uh, if it was on an ocean tile, that it could not move onto a land if it didn't have like obviously aquatic or flying. But I might have been wrong about that. Okay, and then I don't have Frogify quite yet, but because somebody was saying that their creature that had jump was able to move back onto their land after it got mobied, or after their moby got frogified. So I don't know. Yeah, you can just pass, I think, or you can balloon fish one of your creatures either way. Yeah, and then yeah. So when I draw Frogify, I'm gonna frog the balloon fish and see if you can move your frog onto the land again.
All right.
And then I have a few other ideas. I want to see if you can flash wind it back onto the land, and also I want to see if you're able to build lands under creatures with flying on an ocean tile.
That part you can,
Okay.
because
Well,
I play a lot of flyers.
okay. I think that you can build a land under a creature as long as you were able to build that land anyways. So I'm going to try to show an example of that. So, like, if I move my balloon fish, like, here, I can build the land under it because it's connected to my other lands, right? But
Yeah.
I can't build the land above it because it's like its own creature, right? So I'm gonna wait till next turn to do some more stuff with that. But for now, I'm just gonna try to get my Frogify up and try to draw it. I want to get my deserts up too because I have some other ideas. Yeah. Yeah. So after this turn, move your fish onto an ocean tile that is not adjacent to one of your tiles, and see if you can build a land only under your fish. Can you build a land under your balloon fish right now? Is it letting
Like,
you?
well, I got it in turn because I already built a land.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
Okay.
don't think you can when you moved it. I think it has to wait till the next
No,
turn, I
no, I
think.
think because see if I move my balloon fish here, I cannot make a land under my balloon fish right now because it's a flying creature.
Hmm.
So I can only make a land to the left of my 2/2 and above my 2/2 frog. But I cannot make a land under my balloon fish because it's not already on the land, like on a land. However, if I if I had my flash wind up, I could show you. But now try moving. See now, so you said a turn pass since you moved your balloon fish. Can you make a land under your balloon fish right now? Only under your balloon fish.
No.
Okay. So I think
I've thought I had done it before, like you know that spot where your desert is, you know, that little ocean
Yeah.
tile. I've been up there with a flyer before, and I swore I put a land like right under it.
No, you must have. I don't know. Maybe you had a land adjacent to it.
Maybe.
Maybe you had a creature on a land, on an enemy land near your creature, because
Hmm.
building a land under a flying creature follows the same rule as building any other land. If your creature is on an enemy land, you can build your lands on adjacent, ocean tiles around your creature, even if it's on an enemy land. But you cannot build a land under a lone flying creature. No matter what. So I want to do some testing. Once I get my deserts up, I want to do some testing with creatures on ocean tiles. Okay. So what do I want to do here? Probably a desert. Okay, so now I have my flash wind up. So now I can't like show you, but if I were to step on his land right now on this prairie tile, I could make a land here, 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 and here on as well. But that's only because I am now on a land, even though the creature has flying, because it's still technically on a tile. Right now, it's not on a tile; it's on an ocean tile, but it's not a player-controlled tile. So, I think that's everything. I'm gonna actually wait. What do you have in your hand? Let's see. You have a flash wind and a Triton. I don't even know what that card is. Let's see. Triton Diver. That's the 2/2 with aquatic. Okay. So I'm gonna pass. This turn, I don't think you can play Flashwind quite. You can just play the Farm Boy. That was just like a filler. Okay, so you swallowed your fish. So if I killed this 3/3 on his well, the 3/3 would die, but the fish would be fine because it has aquatic and it's on an ocean tile or a lake. So now, if I step up onto his land, as you can see, I can now make lands all here because these are tiles adjacent to a creature on land. But we're gonna make a desert here. And are you gonna have another? Oh, I think you should have made a desert there. It's okay. But see, I still can't play creatures on his stuff, which obviously that makes sense on his lands, even though my creature's on a land. Let's see here. What am I gonna do? And I can't flashwind his creature onto an ocean tile. I can flashwind his creature like back, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so let's say that I flashwind here and I kill this creature. Okay. Now, I don't think, can I move this creature? I can. Okay. So by using Flashwind, so this creature at the end of his turn will die. Okay, yeah. So at the end of his turn, this will die. However, if he uses a movement, okay, wait, can you do me a favor? Can you see if you can move the frog in the ocean? Can you move that onto your tile? You can. Yep.
I can move it
Yeah, try it. Do it. Okay. So that is true. I thought that wasn't true. I didn't know that you could move creatures in the ocean. Okay.
I didn't know that either.
Okay, that was a myth that I believe to be not true. So that is true. So if a creature is in the water, like on an ocean tile, you can move it onto a safe tile, even if it doesn't have aquatic or flying. I still want to try with like Desert Twister, but I'm assuming that would be the same mechanic. I imagine Archon would be the same mechanic. Okay, we're gonna try a few more things here. I'm still trying to draw Frogify. Okay, so I'm gonna Balloon Fish. No, I want to play Archon, and then I want to Balloon Fish the Archon. Okay. So this turn, can you hit your one? Oh wait. Okay, so can you make a land above your 1/1 on the right? It doesn't matter what land it is. Yeah, like a desert right there. Yep. And then can you hit your 3/3 into my 3/3 on the right side? Yep, right there. Okay. And then can you hit your? Oh, you don't have to kill my 2/2. You can just. I think that's it for now. So the other interesting thing is, if you kill an opponent's creature that has swallowed one of your creatures, and it dies, and it's on an ocean tile before your turn is over, that creature doesn't die. However, if it's my turn and I pass, and this creature, which doesn't have aquatic or flying, is not on a tile by the end of the turn, then the Archon will die. Now the interesting thing is my Archon can only move one tile back. It can only move on the tile below it. It can't move to the tile above your 1/1. So even though it has charge 2, it still can't move it can't cross that ocean tile, right? But I can still build lands in the correct places, right? The only reason, I'm going to make this very clear, the only reason that I can build this land under my 4/4 is because it's connected to the desert below it. If there was no desert here, I would have to double neutral and connect it to this tile. So if I make a land here, then this creature lives, or I can move it back onto this tile and it'll live. So I'm going to do that. So that moves back, and now it's safe. But I could not move it across the ocean tile unless I did a double neutral connected to this desert. So if that makes any sense.
It's kind of weird. Like it's giving you a turn to not drown, basically, to swim to the nearest land or something. Because I've done it where I was out 2 tiles out, and I had to use like neutrals to save it.
Yep.
Whatever creature that was.
Yeah. So movement tricks. I've confirmed that movement tricks work on creatures in the ocean. That for some reason Archon can't step up to this tile, but it can step down. And that you cannot create lands under creatures that have flying. However, the only circumstance that you can create a land under an opponent's land, or under an opponent's creature, is if that creature has flying and it's adjacent to one of your lands. So let me explain. Do you have a creature with flying in your hand? I think you need Balloonfish or Moby, either one. I think just keep drawing and just keep like flash winding stuff until we can get a card that can swallow a creature, because you have your Frogify up, so I want to try some stuff with that. I mean, we already know how the Moby Frogify interaction works. It just becomes a frog and the creature disappears, but I imagine that cards like Desert Twister, Fanatic, and every other movement trick in the game will be able to move your creature onto a land as long as it has that movement ability. The only thing that surprised me was when my Archon was on that ocean tile, it was not able to move up to your land, even though it has charge 2. It could only move down to mine, which is interesting.
I think it's only got a save feature of only 1.
Right. Or maybe
to go back to your own land.
I mean, maybe it doesn't want to give too much like ground, but that's still an interesting mechanic. I mean, this doesn't happen often enough for me to like really think anything of it, but we're gonna keep testing here. I'm just gonna get some stuff out of my hand. Yeah, so at this point, just keep drawing for a Moby or a Balloonfish. Oh, another Frogify. You might want to, yeah, you're gonna have to play something, like play the Rubyfish. And also, obviously, Rubyfish, the aquatic creatures, you have to play on your controlled ocean tile. You can't play it on a lake tile or like an enemy tile. Okay, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna draw. That's not it. And obviously you can't move a creature onto an ocean tile voluntarily with any movement trick at all, unless you are playing like Pandora and you destroy a land with that treasure card, but that's a different story. And I mean, this could kind of help with situations like that, but I don't think that that's a really huge deal right now. Okay, so right at this point we're just trying to find Moby. Okay, there's a Desert Twister. Okay. Dang, still no flying creatures. Huh.
Yeah, probably next turns.
Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to do this. I'm curious. I don't know what, what the mechanics of this game. I mean, at least this specific mechanic. I'm gonna start killing some stuff. I don't know why. I mean, this is kind of an interesting card, but I don't think there's much testing to be done because it has aquatic. So obviously you cannot move it onto a tile. Okay, here's something interesting. What if a creature with aquatic gets stuck on a tile that isn't a water tile? I don't know why. Plus, I should have drawn.
Yeah, I don't know how they would get there. Probably
right.
balloon fish and drop down or something. Yep. They're probably the same. They get a chance to move out of
it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that's how that would work. I think that we should try that. Do you still have that creature with aquatic? I think you have a few left. I think I put 3 in. So I want to try something. I think you still have 1 balloon fish and one and a Moby if you have Moby. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I think we save the Desert Twister. Make sure that you get 5 deserts, because I want to see if you can get the aquatic creature off of a non ocean or lake tile by using a movement trick. I think that's going to be interesting. I imagine that it's the same as moving it from another creature from an ocean tile like we were talking about. But let's see. Okay, I don't have my Moby yet. But yeah, this can't jump onto this land, but it doesn't mean we can't get it there. So if I draw my balloon fish or my Moby, we can test that finally. And I mean, it could work with ruby fish as well. Huh. This is feeling more and more like a real game. Okay, now I have Moby. So I'm going to swallow I'm going to swallow my aquatic creature. And then this next turn I'm going to first of all confirm that no, you cannot make a land under a flying creature that is not adjacent to one of your lands already or adjacent to one of your friendly creatures. And 2, that the only circumstance that your opponent can make a land under your creature is if it is adjacent to your land and that creature has flying, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I think just a desert. Okay, yeah, you don't need to do anything. I think you could just pass or +1 or draw a pass. Oh wait, you have Moby. Okay. So play. Let's see. What do I need? What do I want to find out? Play Moby on the ruby fish on one of them. It doesn't matter which one. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay. So, what I want you to do is this turn, see if you can make a land under my Moby.
Alright.
I think this is going to be correct. Yep, you could. That's the only. Yep, and so yeah, you can do it. So this is the only circumstance that you can make a land under an enemy creature is if it's adjacent to one of their lands, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Right, but that was people didn't know because you're not allowed to make lands under enemy creatures, obviously, but I think it's misunderstood because people think that you can that this creature acts as a land tile. So now this creature you can place lands under it and adjacent to it, which is incorrect. It has to be adjacent to their land. It has to be adjacent to your land if you want to make your land under it. Okay. So okay. So now wait, this is an aquatic. Okay, so can you this turn move your Moby onto my desert next to my face, like to the left of my 4-4 on your screen, like just up 2 tiles.
All right.
Okay. And then don't do anything, because I want to see if this works. Okay. So now I'm going to kill your Moby. I'm not going to frog it. I'm going to kill it because I want to see what happens to your fish.
Put some neutrals around it too.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have to hit my 4-4 and my 2-2 into it, but I'll still make some more lands around it. I think that's everything. I think you can pass.
I didn't know. I forgot.
Yeah, I should be okay.
Okay,
so I'm not gonna frog it, but I'm gonna do this. Okay. So let's see what happens. So this is on this tile. It might be glitched. Yeah, it's glitched on my screen, but
it's gonna die. I think it's like Rain of Fish. I think it should.
Right now, before you move it, can you see? Can you move it at all? Like click on it and see if. Okay. So it is similar to the ocean mechanic, where you can move it how you normally would move it. No, before you move it, can you flash wind it? Yeah, try flash winding it. Okay, so it's the same thing. Yep, either way. And then can you desert twister it as well? I think you need one more desert. You can try it. Yeah, try desert. Can you? Yeah, try it. Huh. It worked. Yeah. Do it. Oh, I see. Okay. So the card effect will still resolve. Okay, so it dies immediately. That's interesting. I thought it would die at the end of the turn. Oh wait, you ended your turn. Okay, so it died at the end of your turn then.
Yeah. It's kind of like Rain of Fish.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Except I didn't know that you could actually target aquatic creatures and it would let you move it onto a non-water tile. Huh.
That's weird.
That is interesting. I still dies at the end of your turn because it was your turn and it got onto like an illegal tile. I think that's the word I can use, like illegal tile. It got onto an illegal tile like on your turn, so the next turn that the controlled creatures, like that the controller of the creature has, at the end of that turn, it dies, if that makes sense. So if you like kill my or if you kill my balloon fish, right, and it drops my creature and you kill it on your turn, I have until my next turn. It doesn't die while it's your turn. So I have until my next turn to get my creature onto the land. Okay. Huh. Well,
yeah, you could probably like say like buff it up, move it on like that desert, and probably attack with it, and then it would die the next turn.
That's interesting. If you can attack with a creature that's on an illegal tile.
So I didn't even check. I didn't even think to check that.
Can you? Okay. Do you have control of a? Okay. So what I want you to do is this turn. Desert Twister your ruby fish, so your 1/1 fish, onto my desert next to my face and try to attack me with it. So like Desert Twister, yeah, ruby fish.
It only does friendly.
It has to. Okay. Oh wait. Can you here cancel it? Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah, well, okay. You can hit. I hit your frog with it.
So that actually works. So assuming. Now, the question is, I am 90% sure that this is true, but let's say that you would have made it, so I'm going to make a prairie where, or I'm going to make a forest where I was talking about. So let's say you would have made a desert here, right? I'm assuming that if you made a desert here, correct, you could, in fact, teleport your aquatic fish onto the desert and walk it onto the lake and hit my face. However, I don't think that you could have walked it onto the desert to hit my face. Now, if you had a desert next to my face, you could still hit my face. But since I have a lake here, you would have had to take the lake path, correct? Because the flash wind is a different moving mechanic than regular moving. Because flash wind and stuff that moves creatures like Fnatic ignores stuff like taunt already. Okay, that's interesting. I think that's everything. That's pretty much all I have. If I miss something, I should be able to like talk about it. But all right, well, I appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time to test that with me.
Yeah, no worries.